when you do vibraphone, remember now vibraphone is so do Amazing Grace, but really thinking concert wind band. Now, I'm not just going to write. I'm going to stop every time I have an idea in my head myself frequently and try and explain my decisions to you. Hi, you are watching part 4 of the video today. If you have not seen the previous videos leading up to this one, they are in the link below. Please do have a look. I split it up in different videos in a series just because it will make it a little bit easier for you. Let's just finish this triple line because then we know where we're going. It's my time to thought back, so I was listening to the beginning and I hear like need a little bit more percussion. Okay, so it's really okay, so it's actually okay. Why do I want to tie the bass drum to be longer? Because this is a concert bass drum. It doesn't have anything in like you would have in a marching bass drum that gives you a short to go and it's short, it's gonna ring. And because it's a longer ring, I don't want it to stop it too early. I want it to really ring. I want the noise. And I want an accent on that second one. Because that's the da-da-da. Also I want to add some snare drum. Tie a bunch of notes together here on the snare drum. And then these, okay. Yeah, so I'll still different notes, that's what I wanted. Look, I let the brass swell from the third to the fourth beat up, so nothing less, nothing more. Bring it from this time just a forte, because actually on this next first beat is not a whole lot happening, but I will allow cymbals to happen. And it needs to be more timpanis. I'm copying what the rest are doing. Actually, you can give it a. I'm not letting it at all. I just want it to ring longer, so that's why I do it this way. By writing it this way, I tell exactly where I want him to stop. The glockenspiel guy wasn't playing. No, it wasn't. So, Mr. Glockenspiel player. Glockenspiel, fancy word, I think. German. In America, they would just call it orchestral bells. So we're going to add an instrument for this guy. You want tubular bells. Chimes, tubular bells, same thing. You decide. It's exactly the same instrument. So again, I added it to the same player. So I'm not adding a percussionist. I'm adding another instrument for this player. So I can't do glock and tubular bells at the same time the way I wrote it now. But it just felt like this should be the surprise. And just let it ring out, please. Thank you very much. Not too soft, it can come through. I'll just play this well. Let's just hear if it's enough. Perfect. Okay, now with it, I believe I did feel like a change of color. Yes, I gave it some tuba. I added a little bit of tuba. We are going to saxophone. I don't want to introduce saxophone sounds now, really. So I'm going to stick to this. I'll figure out something else to add. I don't want to add too many colors too frequently, or too many of the same color too frequently. So I want to avoid the alto tenor saxes if I can for now, because it's going to be more of them soon. we get back to mid forte. So what we're having here is just the tonic chord, and as I am in B flat in the clarinets, and the reason I do them separately is because I want to move in the second clarinet. Why did I not go for the F? Because it's right there. The E flat's right there. Don't double that. Remember, keep your musicians interested, keep your audience interested. So I'm going to do it on purpose. I think this is all fine. Okay, now both cases actually professional can play it. So I'm just going to now, again, it's one of those cases where it's lower than the standard range of E, but some guys can do it because they have the instruments. So I'm going this is the solo clarinet, one guy only. The rest of the clarinets still do what they do. Solo there, you don't need to tell him it's a solo because you can see he's not playing a melody, and he is a solo clarinet, and he will make this musically. It's slow over the break. It's absolutely no problem. Okay, now you must go somewhere, and it's no problem to go right there. That needs to come down because it's before he gets overexcited. Okay. Now I've found should start a guy offbeat like this and give him a soft dynamic he understands, fade in, think like a drummer. It's to be very subtle. So okay. I have D flat, A flat, D flat, and E flat. You can go up to 5 timbres if you want. In many cases, actually, school bands only have 2 or 3 timpans. I think we're safe. We assume that there's 4, and even if there isn't, there's enough space for a guy to actually quickly retune if he has to. These are all soft, it's just subtle, but it's all little nuances that make people sit there and smile. And you see that interesting, like, surprise. So I'm following the tuba line here. It's subtle. It's subtle. It's little subtle things that keep things moving. So you're fire. We will make you nice. We'll make you nice when we get there. That bass line is a bit louder now. I made it piano where it was pianissimo before, but these guys did not really follow suit. And it was three piano, so we can definitely get away with slightly more. Let's just get it to pianissimo at least, which also means this can go up a little. Good range to bass clearly. No problem. The sync can still help. Okay, took a break. I'm back. Just want this crescendo to start a little earlier, so okay, and it's just a little bit too empty for me on this last note of the flute before we go to the second verse. Just want to again draw the attention to something else real quick, and nothing is simpler than this. I think that will be the last time we do this one. again, now I need to tell this guy, sorry, I know it's too small for you, to tell this guy it's a solo, which I do easiest way. Okay, right, all piece here is what I hear underneath the saxophone before I go on. I'm just going to test it real quick. The point is, you didn't need to hear all of that. It's just needed to listen through it, then it works. Some finishing work there. Definitely a bit of a crescendo there. Immediately bring it back. Okay, so the alto saxophone is leading now. The saxophones with the reeds on, which is a woodwind instrument in a brass. Think about it. Saxophone is made of brass, but it's a woodwind instrument because of the reed, and that gives you that what I can only describe as a grater, like a cheese grater. So we can get away with bringing in the baritone sax. I'm going to just take the whole line first, and then just check the range and see if we have to adapt, which certainly is the case. So fast way is that. The magic rule, what I do is the magic rule, baritone sax, keep it in the stave. Whatever you do, keep it in the stave. Low part of the stave if you can, but keep it within the stave. In your stave. Don't go right like a saxophone can, because you can write much higher than the top G, but it's silly to do that with the baritone saxophone. This is not too loud and dynamic wise, so I would not go this low, it's dangerous. And we have a baritone saxophone line. We'll listen to it if we feel we need more bass, we'll add more. Because I'm still not going for a full band here, although a little bit more than what we had. But what we had was clarinets and pianissimo with some low reeds, really. So with flute, you can add a little bit more. Can you hear that grater? Okay. I do not have a drum kit. I do not really want to add a drum kit to a piece that's got a bit classically inclined. But you can get a lot of classical people to do very interesting things. I'm gonna try something. I don't know how NotePerformer will make this work sound-wise. This should just work. More realistic. If the down shakes the accents, which I think it should have, will it solve the problem? I don't really hear a difference, but okay, I have the tambourine. You could almost write it like you would write a track, something, but you see, at the slow tempo, we don't need to. Okay, something weird went happen here, and there's a million things. Think about it. All you have at the moment, you don't even have chords. All you have at the moment is the melody and a bass line, and now we're playing with spices. But this is what it's about. This is so exciting. Go back. Still playing in my mind. Is this sticking to what I did all the time in the beginning? can't write timpani following a bass line all the way. First of all, it's silly, and secondly, the timpans need to retune all the time. Okay, so now we're gonna. I'm just working really quickly. Sorry that if I don't talk enough. This is just, I'm watching the line, doing what my head tells me, what my ear tells me. So we're just playing piano, yeah, so it can't be a lot louder now. No cymbals just yet, except for when I do the swell for the key change. Again, watch this trick. You want your percussionist to fade in, don't start on the first beat. Never. I don't do that. So I'm gonna force it. Look what I'm doing. So first of all, I'm telling that will ring. And I'm telling this is a long roll. Thank you. It may disappear now. And starting this fairly soft and taking it nice and loud. And the percussionist, that's his. Again, we haven't changed the soft mallet, so I'm not going to. Telling this guy, give me a big crash, let it ring. Bass drum ring, write the note value along go around with the percussion quite a bit. Of course, the French of positions must also have something to do. Vibraphone is not meant to be a too loud instrument. Not loud. We can't get away with the mezzo forte. Just a little bit of a bump, not too much. I'm not even going to add clash cymbals here. Okay, just to quickly explain, you can see what I do with the saxophones here. I don't want to do just long notes, you want movement. If I play this on their own, I'll just quickly show you just the dynamics in there. If I play saxophones on their own now, you hear this movement all the time. Okay. So as they overlap each other. So I could have done just chords, just whole notes. This just gives more movement. Firstly, keeping in mind that I'm working in concert pitch just because it's a little easier. Don't have to think too much. Transpose pitch, it's all higher. That's why it looks low. There's a transpose pitch in my mind all the time. A bit of sketching, just reminding myself what I want to do there. Also, I failed to explain. Just look at alto saxophone 2, tenor sax 2. They all move. There's a movement on every beat, intentionally done so. But I never let one instrument do the same thing when I do this. I can do this in a quintet equally well. So when this one moves on the first, second, and fourth beat, next bar is something else, next bar is something else, next bar is something else. I don't want one guy to go bum 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 bum. I don't want it just whole notes. Then all the musicians are falling asleep. So this way they're gonna try their very best to what they see on their part to do it expressively. This is a secret, and it works. Feel like this flute must continue here. It can't be stopping in the air. Make something with this new intrigue and the new color that I'm working with. But if anything, it's a little loud, so I must bring this down. Okay, I just want to say about this part that I mark now. Be very careful when you do this. You can do it as I'm showing you here. I'm going above the melody because there's the melody. Going above the melody, this is breaking all harmony rules. Think about it. But you can do it if you stay out of the way with your dynamics. Just stay out of the way with dynamics and remember the harmonic series because this is quite high actually for, look at that, this is quite high for tenor saxophones. But stay out of the way, and I'm careful when I do this. I'm careful that I don't double anywhere in the melody because then it confuses the ear. You don't know where the melody is. So there's an A flat, long A flat. No one else has an A flat. That's a low one, so it doesn't matter. That's a F. Stay out of the way, and that's a long E flat. Nobody in E flat. So just stay out of the way, and it can be possible if you listen and you just do your dynamics right. Hey, so verse two is sort of in the back, but now it's just saxophones playing and a little bit of percussion at this moment. And when it sounds pretty full, I need to now look at what ingredients. This is ingredients part. We're not in sketching. So I'm listening through and see where can I add, not adding more things necessarily, more ideas. That's not what we want to do here. Just that final touch up that you do with the paintbrush. The final touch up. Where can we add things? Maybe it's dynamics. Maybe it's just an instrument making somebody stronger. So I'm just going through that exercise now. Okay, what is to come in the next video? Okay, I need a nice big row here on the bar before the key change. I'm going to show you how I do this. Okay, you see how it's all coming together and this. But it's going to take a whole lot of air. You see red faces for sure. Okay, there's one of those golden periods.